Walt Disney World's Tomorrowland just got a whole new building, and I feel like we have got to talk about it. So, Tomorrowland over at Walt Disney World seems to be going through a sort of transition phase where it's going from the old 90s Tomorrowland to resembling more of a space age, mid century future that Walt himself dreamed of. That's part of what I wanted to talk about. I hear the argument all the time that Tomorrowland or Epcot or any of these futuristic pavilions or lands have a problem of immediately being old or outdated. And I think what Walt Disney Imagineering is working on is the perfect solution to this. They seem to be taking Tomorrowland from the new Tomorrowland of the 90s and transitioning it back into the vision of the future that Walt wanted. Monorails, people movers, sleek space age mid-century architecture. It can't be outdated if this was Walt's vision of the future. We're not trying to showcase the real future anymore. We are harkening back to a time where there's nostalgia for the future, when Disney was new, and when people were actually excited about space travel in the future. And that's exactly what they're doing over in Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World. They have started taking down multiple elements such as the laugh floor sign, the Tomorrowland entrance sign. They've changed the people mover. The people mover used to have all these like junk future supports all over it. And there was just this more of sci-fi element going on in Tomorrowland, which I know a lot of people enjoy. But again, this is a Disney park, and I think that we should showcase the future that Walt and his Imagineers dreamed of back in the day. And not all of the people mover supports and everything have been changed. We're still going through the process of removing and adding things through Tomorrowland. But Disney, can we please do something about this? The laugh floor has these just bare bone people mover supports. I don't know if this is supposed to be just to showcase like the entrance of the laugh floor or what the deal is, but this is the worst. We have these industrial white supports, which I can deal with. I don't really like them, but I don't hate them. These bare metal supports, or whatever you want to call them, is hideous. And it's in the very front of Tomorrowland, and we have got to do something about this. Now, all of this brings me back to the brand new Tomorrowland building. I'm sure that you all remember the Cool Ship or the Cool Scanner, which was like a walk-up popcorn stand where they had drinks and other small items, little ice cream things, stuff like that. And they've completely gotten rid of it overnight one day. And then out of nowhere popped up this brand new building. We got no announcements about this. It just showed up, and the whole time that the Cool Ship was gone, I'm riding the people mover, me and my girlfriend's talking, and I just know they are cooking something up for us. Now, the Cool Ship and the Cool Scanner missing is kind of sad. A lot of people talk about this rumor that the ship on top was from the film The Flight of the Navigator, and Jim Scholl, former Imagineer that worked on a lot of stuff, he has a YouTube channel, and he recently came out and he told us that that's not true. He said that it was inspired by The Flight of the Navigator, but movie props and stuff would not last just sitting up in the elements like that. So they had to make a whole new ship. That's why the look of it looks very similar. It was inspired by The Flight of the Navigator, but confirmed by the Imagineer that designed it, it is not the actual ship. So since it's gone, I'm not as upset as I thought that I would be, because this whole time I thought it was the ship, but it's not. So it's not that big of a loss. We lost the OG ship long ago when they got rid of the backlot tour. So since they've knocked down the Cool Ship, now we are greeted with this beautiful mid-century space age, googie retro future structure. This whole new building is sponsored by Coca-Cola and is called the Astrofizz, which is just the coolest name. It's mid-century, but it's future, and the sign details are so good. I love the whole shape of it, the design, the little stars on it. Everything about this building is just so good. The sight lines for this building are just insane. You have the tree that sort of like is right next to it, so in some angles it looks really good with the leaves kind of going over the building a little bit. Then you have Space Mountain in the background, or Tron. The People Mover is always going. The People Mover is the greatest, we all know that. It features 2 order and pickup windows, which when I went there, it seemed like they were still figuring out the process of how they're gonna run this thing. I was there on opening day for this building, or I guess it is the second day opening. I went one day and they were still setting up, but then I heard that they opened during the Halloween party. So then we had to go back the next day just to see what was going on with it. So it was open. We tried the Coke. Tasted like Coke. We tried the brand new Cherry Coke churros, which were actually better than I thought. I'm a Cherry Coke fan. Sydney's not. So I really thought she was going to hate it. She actually enjoyed it. She finished it. I had to tap out. I also got some popcorn, which was good. Sydney enjoyed the popcorn. She says that it was better than most. But I have a feeling that it's probably just the same popcorn that you get everywhere else. In honor of science, we picked up these Cherry Coke churros and some popcorn. Popcorn's always the same. It's pretty good. What do you think about the popcorn?
It's good. It actually has a little bit of butter on it.
Epic. And then we got a Coke, because it's a Coca-Cola place. So I actually really like Cherry Coke. Sydney hates Cherry Coke. So we're gonna see how each of us likes this. I guess you go first, because you might just hate it the most.
And so is the carousel. Like progress itself, this theater never stops, inspiring new generations to dream of great.
All right, I'm gonna eat it before you say anything. We get a little bit of that drizzle. That is a very interesting flavor.
Yeah, first it was just cherry, but then it was churro.
Yeah, it's very like artificial cherry, like almost like some type of Little Debbie type of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. It was actually a lot better than I thought.
It is a lot better than I thought. I'm not getting much popping from the popping rocks, which I'm actually fine with because I feel like that's a little weird. And this is squishier than the anti-gravity's churro that I've had before. It's actually got a little squish. Still kind of hard on the outside though.
It seemed like they were still figuring operations for the building. They have 2 order windows where you also pick up the food. But then there's like this fake window in the middle where we thought you'd be picking up the food. So they have one line waiting for these 2 windows. But since the building is circular, you can't see around to know that the other window is available. And so I have a feeling, hopefully, they'll just do 2 separate lines, because then it's a shorter wait anyways. So they'll do 2 separate lines and then have one exit, and it'll just be a lot smoother. People won't be confused on if they can go over there or not. You know. Now I have to discuss one thing. It's a little sad because the building is so perfect and I just want to praise it for everything that it is. There's no more cooldown station. There's no more mist. There's none of that, which is very sad because in Florida it gets hot. In the summer it can get up to like 112, 115. Like it gets insane. Even right now in the early winter or late fall, still pretty hot most of the day. So getting rid of that seems not good, but I have a feeling that there are plans in the future to have a different misting area, just because they're redoing basically all of Tomorrowland right now, just very, very slowly. And so I have a feeling that eventually they'll add something. I don't know if there's any plans right now for that, but I just have a feeling that they have to. You can't just remove water features, right? Right, Disney? You wouldn't do that, right? It does, however, provide air conditioning for the cast members, which is so important because the last cool scanner or cool ship location was basically just outside. And I can't imagine being a cast member that just has to stand out there for hours on end, helping all of these customers and everything. Like, shout out to you guys. You guys are the real ones. But just like as a guest, we get really hot doing everything, but we're able to escape and get inside. So I am so glad that these poor cast members are able to have some air conditioning, like the Joffreys down the walkway, or I guess the DVC. The DVC does have inside, but I never see them inside. They're always outside trying to sell us on a dream. Another like small issue that I have with this building is the Astrophys sign does not light up at night. Now, I hope I'm wrong. It's a brand new building, so maybe they're still like working out the kinks. But at night, you can't see the sign. So I don't know how people are going to know, like, hey, the Astrophys is open. You should come buy some stuff. The Joffreys right over there, which the DVC and the Joffreys with the Astrophys, those are all like sister buildings. They're all like the same size. They have a very similar look, and they just look so good together. But the Joffreys and the DVC both have a light up style sign. Either some of the elements are lit up or the whole sign is lit up, but there's lights on it. You can read it. The Astrophys is just dark on the sign, which is not good. I went there again another night this week to hopefully film some nighttime stuff with it lit up. And not only is the Astrophys sign not working, the neon inspired LED lights that go around it, which looked really cool the first day. I love it. Disney will fix it. I know they will because it's brand new. But it wasn't working. So the whole building was just dark, which is a little sad looking. It looked closed, but everybody was there, like still buying food and whatnot. But sign was dark. Lights were dark. The building looked cool though. So that's always a plus. Even when the building is dark, it still looks good. Jaden from the future here. And I just had to stop the whole video to tell you that they have, in fact, fixed the Astrophys sign. It is lit up, and it actually looks way better than I thought it was going to when they fixed it. I thought that it would be lit up like the full oval will be lit up, which might have like a little bit of a cheaper vibe, like it's just a clear sign with a light behind it or whatever. But it's very similar to the Joffreys, and it looks so good. Like, seriously better than I could have imagined. So forget everything that I said about the sign not lighting up, because it actually did. So shout out to Walt Disney World Imagineering, just Disney Imagineering, whoever worked and designed this and figured out all the kinks and got it going. Thank you. It looks great. And you can ride right by it on the People Mover. You go right past the Astrophys sign. It is so awesome. Speaking of being on the People Mover, though, there is a small issue that I have with the roof of this structure, and it's very small. I almost feel silly talking about it, but it's all about the details there at Disney, and sometimes I feel like they're forgetting it. So I'm going to mention it. The building was lowered there overnight one day, so it was prefabricated. So there's these little, like, hooks on the top of the building that I assume was where they held it to lower it in place. They're still there. We're not removing them. I can tell. They're just built into the structure. I don't like it. I don't like these hooks. I don't like it when I'm about to get going on another rant. I'm just going to mention it. There's flags on tons of buildings at Walt Disney World, like safety flags for construction that do not need to be there, and I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. But back to the Astrophys. It is glorious even with the little hooks. So I just want to make this video talking about the Astrophys and how cool it is and how happy I am that it's here. And it's just another layer of Tomorrowland that really helps it lean into this mid-century space age futurism that I am so deeply in love with. And I hope that they continue the process. So if any Imagineers are working on this, or working on Tomorrowland, or just enjoyed Tomorrowland and are helping out, thank you so much. It's like the greatest land, especially since they're ruining Frontierland. But Tomorrowland is glorious. We're going to get a Carousel Progress update. Buzz Lightyear is being worked on, which hopefully turns out really good. Now, Disney Imagineers, if I could suggest something to you, let's get rid of that stage. Come on, Disney. What is this? What is this stage in the middle of Tomorrowland? It is the junk 90s future that I don't like, first of all, which I understand. Back when it was made, it fit in. It was apparently a temporary structure though, which means it is time to go. We have the most ugly stage lighting just in the middle of Tomorrowland. We are playing loud music that has nothing to do with the future. If you played music that was futuristic, I might be okay with it, but we are just blaring early 2000s party music while I'm on the People Mover. And I'm not joking when I tell you, you can hear it bumping in the Carousel of Progress. Disney, please. Please, can we do something about this? And before anyone says, just move it to where the Speedway is. Who cares about the Speedway? The Speedway needs to stay. Everybody keeps telling me that the Speedway has got to go. It has got to stay. Now, I will say, I want to save the Speedway and turn it into Autopia, okay? Me and my girlfriend ride the Speedway at night, and it's supposed to be a racing track, right? We just pretend that we're driving in the future.
Look at me, driving in the future.
I just want to be a citizen of tomorrow, you know? Just let me enjoy the future. I'm riding the People Mover to work. I'm riding the monorail. I'm just driving my automobile. Can we make the cars look future? Like, if you just change anything, just make the cars look future and maybe some facade work or something. I just want to feel like I'm riding around the future. Well, got off on a whole other tangent. This whole video is supposed to be about the Astrofizz. And I just wish I could just keep talking about it. I guess I can just go over some details that I really enjoy about it. The colors give Coca-Cola. We got red, white, and then this bluish green color, which I think goes like with the bottle, like the glass bottle of Coke, what you think of. We have a miniature table that you can use to set stuff on or whatever. It's definitely not too big, but I've seen people using it, and it's definitely nice where you get your food and then you just want to walk over there and set it down to like sort your stuff out real quick and then keep it moving. Obviously, the architecture is just insane. The neon lighting inspired LEDs are really cool. I'm a big neon fan, so it's a little sad that we're not getting real neon, but I totally understand. LED is better. It works better. It's probably more efficient, and you might be able to do some more details. Like, they have this little white LED light that kind of like goes around almost like a shooting star. I don't think you could do that with neon, so there's elements that are better with what they chose. On the back side of the storage area or the maintenance, whatever is back there, I'm not really sure. I'm not a professional building builder, but those are all themed after the window shapes too. Just like everything about this building is just perfect. So just want to talk about the Astrofizz and how much I love it. I wish that there was more to say. Disney, can we get a model of the Astrofizz like my Space Mountain? I would love to add it to my diorama right here. We have the House of the Future, we have a Space Mountain, and a rocket taking off. I would love to add the Astrofizz just over here somewhere. So thank you for watching this video, and go check out the Astrofizz next time you're there, because it is insane. It is nuts, and I just can't stop thinking about it because it is so beautiful.